Mike spikes in. He leads to the right hand. Down he goes.
Danger. Oh, there it is. Right hand. Laying it on. Pouring it on. Down goes Bruno into the ropes.
Now let's take a look at how Tyson took care of business.
The power, the accuracy, the speed, the brutality. Mike is a GOAT. Tyson is universally regarded as one of the most damaging punchers to ever set foot in the ring. This is a guy who mastered the art of controlling his opponent's psyche.
It's a short, chopping right hand. There it is.
He produced an intimidating aura, not from himself, but by himself. He knew how to put fear into anyone. This is the story of Mike's intimidating aura. You don't want to miss any of this. Massive respect for anyone who actually stepped into the ring with this beast. Mike is a legend, no doubt. Skill and speed are just as important as strength, and Tyson had both of them in abundance.
Tyson moves in for the kill. Here it is. He's got everything going.
At his prime, he was a nightmare. Who else do you see darting into their opponents like a fucking fighter jet? Just overpowered and scary. Tyson became the youngest man in history to capture the heavyweight championship at just 20 years old. This was the beginning of greater achievements for him.
Mills Lane counted him out to 10. It's all over. We've got a brand new heavyweight champion of the world, Mike Tyson.
When he faced Michael Spinks in June 7th, 1988, the outcome was not any different. Tyson proved to everyone that he deserved the title of undisputed champion by knocking out Spinks in 91 seconds.
Here comes Mike Spinks in. He leads to the right hand. Down he goes. I don't think you get up from this.
Spinks appeared to have been a very skillful but more slender-built, fisted boxer. However, Tyson's demeanor got to him and the man was visibly scared. Although it may sound unbelievable, when Spinks was freaking out, he wasn't worried about losing his perfect record or his belts. He was worried about losing his life. He simply wanted to get out of the ring in one piece. The story was the same with many other opponents.
This is it. He is gone right now. He has no legs at all. And 10 seconds to go in a round. There's a left hand. He's down again. It's over.
99% of the people out there did not have the balls to face him. How was Tyson able to get all his opponents to react the same way? Put it simply, Mike had the mindset of a skillful athlete. He was a relentless and focused assassin. Other athletes lacked this attribute, but they could sense Mike's superior alpha killer instincts and intentions. Every time Mike stepped into the ring, his goal was clear. He was not just planning to win a fight, but to completely destroy his victim's perception of any hope of mercy. Demeanor and aura are really tangible in a real killer. In moments, the real killer's atmosphere can envelop the other guy. This was exactly what happened to everyone that fought with him.
Really nailed. The count is up to 5 and 6, 7. He's up to 8.
Most times, it didn't even take him long to get his targets to this point. Mike got this attribute from his street experiences. The guy was a real, cold-blooded hitman.
Guys off of just pure brute strength and intimidation. Most guys were just pretty much intimidated. They lost the fight before they even got hit.
Tyson was described by many journalists of the day as being a master of intimidation and as having a very desirable ability of psyching out opponents before a punch was ever thrown. In reality, this was pure gangster or street fighter mentality being brought into the professional boxing arena. That intimidation was actually a big part of his skill. Simply put, if you have a scared opponent, he's more like a lamb to the slaughter, rather than a genuine adversary, and the battle is already half won. Another good example of this lamb to the slaughter type of look was this guy, Peter McNeely. He didn't even face prime Tyson, but was Tyson's first comeback opponent after Tyson was released from the penitentiary. Looking at McNeely's face alone, you could tell that he was genuinely scared for his own safety, and this was based on an old Tyson aura.
Walk around the ring, but I never take my eyes off my opponent. I keep my eyes on him, even if he's ready and pumping. He can't wait to get his hands on me as well.
Notwithstanding, McNeely attempted to bully Tyson by charging at him after the opening bell. His strategy failed, and he was floored twice by Tyson before his manager entered into the ring to stop the fight.
Tyson with a left hook, a right uppercut, down goes McNeely.
McNeely will forever be remembered for his 89-second scrap with the baddest man on the planet. So even years after Tyson's prime was over, that intimidating persona still loomed large, at least through the eyes of some opponents. "Ain't no fear in me," said Holyfield to Tyson's face at the weigh-in of their fight. Now, when Holyfield specifically makes a point of mentioning fear to Tyson, this clearly indicates that Tyson's intimidating persona was tangible and real, as he had never said this to any of his other opponents. Holyfield, of all people, wouldn't have otherwise mentioned it, and this was his pre-fight psychological rebuttal to Tyson. After losing his title to Buster Douglas in 1990, Tyson resumed fighting, and this time around, his opponent was a guy called Alex Stewart. As the whole world later saw, Stewart was just another intimidated fighter.
I mean, this is what I've dreamt about, being in a major fight where the opponent is just as good.
The Tyson-Stewart fight is even more unique because Tyson had threatened Stewart during a pre-fight interview. Mike had earlier promised to defeat Stewart with a slow beating, maybe close to death. On the day of the fight, it was obvious that Stewart had heard this interview. He literally fell over in the first round without any clean power punches connecting. Tyson did not delay, as he made the first move in round 1. Despite the height advantages, Stewart was unable to withstand Tyson in the opening seconds. Tyson blasted 2 thundering right hands off his head, which sent Stewart crashing into the canvas.
That was a flush right hand.
The two of them exchanged furious combinations at mid-ring with just under a minute gone in the fight. Iron Mike then stepped forward and launched a sweeping overhand right that sent Stewart crashing to the canvas for his second time. Stewart was not a weakling. He had an impressive record of going the distance with Foreman and Holyfield. But on the night against Tyson, he was a shambling wreck, who turned up on cue just to get KTFO. Stewart took Tyson's threat literally and wanted to avoid a potentially career-ending slow beating at all costs. In a similar manner to Stewart, a guy called Bruce Seldon fell over against Tyson in the first round of their fight back in '96. Seldon chose to commit boxing suicide. Since there was nowhere to run or hide, some of these scared boxers were simply falling over instead. After having a first-hand experience with Mike in the ring, Seldon referred to Tyson as a destroyer. "I went up against the baddest man on the planet," Seldon said. "It wasn't a fixed fight. I didn't train 12 weeks to come in here and take a dive. They say Mike Tyson is a destroyer. I am a witness to that. Mike Tyson is an enigma in every sense of the word." Speaking with legendary rapper Eminem, Tyson described what he was thinking as he made his way to the ring, sporting a look like he wanted to murder a man. He said, "It's really orgasmic. I'm not nervous. I'm scared. Because I'm a scary guy. I've been bullied and picked on my whole life. I've been abused all my life. People did anything they wanted to me, so I have a natural fear of not being safe. That's just who I am naturally. It's in my life. It's who I am." The intimidating aura around him meant he could have opponents beaten before even getting into the ring. Mike Tyson locked eyes with Peter McNeely and considered just how best to exercise 3 years' worth of pain and suffering on his opponent. "So now I've got this weird self-confidence and violence and stuff. So now I'm sadistic. I'm afraid I'm going to get hurt, so I'm an animal now. Not only do I have to do it, hurt this guy before he hurts me, but I have to do it spectacularly so people want to watch me do it again. The more I hurt them, the more spectacularly I hurt them. The better my life would be, and that's how my mindset was." Tyson also explained that the trainer he had in his early years, Cus D'Amato, would encourage the violent. Cus D'Amato loved hurting other fighters. He loves breaking their ribs, their cheekbones, their eye sockets. He loved to see how people worked under those circumstances, Tyson said. While a lot of fight fans believe that Tyson's powerful punches earned him his knockouts, Mike claimed that it wasn't the power of his punches that did the damage. "I got a lot of credit for my punches, but it wasn't so much the power of my punches as it was the accuracy. I was fast, so I got the punches there before the other punches got there. Someone like George Foreman is a hard puncher, but he just pounds you.
Comes right at Mike Tyson. Down goes McNeely. Seconds in.
Hit you in the arm and the shoulder and fucks you up. I was more precise. Everywhere I hit you, there is a reason, and normally I get the right results, most of the time. The objective is for the guy not to see the punch. Those are the punches that knock you out." What do you like most about Mike Tyson? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. See you in the next video.